From the Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House in our Wauzeka Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, we bring you Six Rivers Conference High School football between the 9th ranked in Division 7 host Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben Blue Golds, 3-1 in conference and 5-1 overall against the unbeaten 4-0, 6-0 Potosi-Cassville squad under head coach Mark Siegert. They are ranked second in the Bound Wisconsin rankings. Our Grant Region Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, live and archive coverage powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. And the Laley Center, Monroe. Too loud? Too quiet, Wally?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. Let me turn you up a little bit. How about now?
Still nothing.
Still nothing. How about we plug in? There we go.
And
Now it's way too loud.
Oh, now it's too well.
Sorry, we had just on the air. He was looking all funny. And
Well, you know, that's the way it works sometimes.
It's our pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese, Intersection Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese.
No, don't you ever forget the cheese.
And Wally, we get the treat 2 weeks in a row to see a couple of the upper echelon teams in the Six Rivers Conference. We get to see Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben in back-to-back weeks trying to bounce back from their 14-7 loss at Blackhawk Warren last week, and they do it against one of the consistent programs in all Southwest Wisconsin, Potosi-Cassville.
You know, this is going to be another one of those games because as much as both teams can play very good offense, these guys play defense really well. And we saw that with Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben last week, how they handled that offense of Blackhawk Warren. Well, and Potosi's got a pretty good offense too, so we'll see how they can handle that. And I've seen Potosi-Cassville earlier this year, and I saw a defense that was pretty doggone good. So it's going to be fun.
We're looking forward to it. We'll talk to both head coaches coming up as part of our pregame show. Ask them about their Russell Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights to help get you the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLaw.com. Our broadcast brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit lets you use equity in your home to do the things that you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply for subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. The team at Havy's Bar in Tennyson proudly supports the Potosi-Cassville football team. Havy's in Tennyson, where good times and good friends come together after the game or anytime. That's Havy's. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com. Member FDIC. Okies Market in Cassville. Check out Okies, your local Surefine food center, where they'll carry out your groceries to Okies Market in Cassville. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you'll have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. And my name is R.J. Osterhaus alongside Wally Troughton. Six Rivers Conference football, Potosi-Cassville at Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. And we'll talk to both head coaches coming up. First, Mark Siegert of Potosi-Cassville, and then SWS's Derek Joy. The coaches thought straight ahead as our Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show from Wauzeka. RJ Osterhaus joined by Mark Siegert. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good, RJ.
Got to be doing pretty well at this point in the season. Your team ranked second in the state for what that's worth, and you find yourself on the right side of the W&L column in what's been a pretty tightly played games between the upper teams in the Six Rivers this year.
Yeah, it has. I mean, there's a bunch of tough teams on our schedule, and you know this isn't any different tonight. So it's going to be a battle, that's for sure.
Talk about your recent play. What are you happiest with, and when's been the biggest emphasis for improvement right now?
Well, we just try to get a little bit better every day. You know, as far as us being happy with it, we just try to win one game a week. We don't really try to get too greedy or anything. So one game seems to be a nice average. And then as far as what we're working on, it's just, again, little bits of getting better every single week, every single day. It's nothing you haven't heard a million times probably. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. What aspect of your team, or who particularly on your team, has made the biggest stride so far here in the first half of the season?
Well, we had to replace quite a few of our offensive linemen, and
there are a lot of candidates.
Yeah, there was a big, so that was a big point of emphasis to see who's going to step up, and we had some hopes that our big guys would step to the front, and they certainly did in a big way. So we're happy with how they are developing and how they're coming together as a unit, because you know our offense only is as good as those five guys up front.
Mark Siegert joins us. We asked about the team health and the Russell Office's injury report. Everybody's banged up this time of year. How banged up are you?
Well, we're, knock on wood, you know, pretty good right now. So I don't know. We're not, as far as a week 7 game, we have everyone healthy and available, and I don't know if there's a lot of teams around here that can say that. So we're very blessed to be where we're at right now in terms of health.
Here at playing Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben tonight, another ranked team. They're ranked number 9th on the spot from last week after their loss at Blackhawk Warren. Another tough team ahead of you. How do you assess them? What did you see that stands out?
Well, they're senior laden. They got a bunch of kids that we saw coming last year. So this does not surprise me that they're at 5-1 right now. Anytime you can get a big group of seniors in football, it just seems to always bode well for everything, you know. So they got a good thing going on right now, and they play fast and physical, and I can tell they have fun playing. So it'll be a big challenge for us.
Which team you've seen so far prepares you the best for them?
Oh, geez. I mean, there's only so many ways to basically move a football from point A to point B. And by week 7, you know, you've seen about them all. So I think all the teams that we see give us a little bit more in our toolbox to stop people. And in terms of their defense, same kind of thing. There's only so many different ways you can stop a team. So we've seen 4-4s and 5-3s. We've seen wing tees. We've seen spreads. We've seen all sorts of offenses, and you know, so every team it adds a little bit to our, like I said, a little bit to our toolbox.
A lot of video nowadays, a lot of scouting. Tell us what came out of that in terms of what your points of emphasis are for your Rosemeyer Wealth Management keys to the game today.
Well, it's all the boring stuff, you know. Watching film on these guys again, they're super physical, super fast. We have to make sure that our line of scrimmage is taken care of on both sides of the ball. We have to win that battle. Obviously, limit big plays and limit turnovers. That's going to be a thing too. Anytime you get two really good teams together, it seems like a team that wins the turnover battle, you know, comes out on top.
Mark, hey, I appreciate it. Good to talk to you again. Have a lot of fun. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you, RJ.
All right, Mark Siegert, head coach at Potosi-Cassville, here on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. Ahead, we'll talk to Derek Joy of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. That's next as our pregame show continues on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to our LA Cheese pregame show from Wauzeka. We're joined by Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben head coach Derek Joy. Coach, good to talk to you in back-to-back weeks. How are you?
Yeah, it's doing great. It's great to be covered 2 weeks in a row.
It's a beautiful night out here, and of course we did get to talk last Friday afternoon. Boy, tough ball game at Warren against Blackhawk Warren, and looked like things were going your way for a while. A nice march down the field early, but you're not able to cap things off there. You do get the first score. They come back, and then it's a defensive struggle the rest of the game. Talk about how much you learned about your own team during a game like that.
Yeah, I was really proud of how the boys responded that whole game. I mean, like you said, it was a defensive battle, and they stepped up. Obviously, they had one more play than we did, and that ended up being the difference. But we learned a lot of things about the team, and know that we're right in it all the time. It would have been great to finish that last drive at the end of the game, but sometimes it just happens that way.
You feel like there was a teaching point from X's and O's standpoint, or was it more one of those high school student athlete psychology? You didn't have any losses, and now you have one, and now you're less than thrilled about it.
It was more of a learning thing. We missed on some things and talked about it this week and kind of corrected some things. So hopefully tonight the boys are maybe a little bit more relaxed. They were, I think, a little tight right away. And with the heat last week, it kind of drug them down a little bit. But I'm looking for them to come out tonight and get going.
Derek Joy joining us, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben head coach here on our Rally Cheese pregame show. We asked about the team health. How'd you come out of last week? We asked about it as part of our Russell Law Office's injury report.
We came out healthy, minor dings and scrapes, like a normal Friday night. But, everybody's good this week.
The Potosi Chieftains ranked second in the state. Potosi-Cassville, not the Chieftains, are mascotless. That's all kinds of drama and confusion for everybody involved in that. But as far as programs go, you can call them whatever you want. They have been probably the model of consistency above any other team in Southwest Wisconsin over the last 10 to 15 years. Scouting them, talk about what you've seen on them and where you guys can gain an edge tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what they're able to do year after year. They have a heck of a program, and we all kind of envy that and kind of set our tone to how well we play them. I think tonight we just need to be us and come out aggressive and fast. They are too, like Blackhawk, really quick to get to the edge, and they got some guys. So if we can kind of play our game, play aggressive, match our aggression, and just play tough, I think we'll come out just fine.
And those serve as our Rosemeyer Wealth Management keys to the game. Derek, I appreciate the time. Have a lot of fun tonight. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get a late Friday night instead of a 3 o'clock game to get going here, and should be a good night.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Derek Joy, head coach of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben here on our Rally Cheese pregame show. Ahead, your Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental colors of the game, and your play-by-play story. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben ranked 9th in Division 7, playing host to the second-ranked and unbeaten Potosi-Cassville squad. The play-by-play story, too, all on the way from our Ayers Furniture broadcast position here on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Broadcast brought to you by the Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. See Ben at the Christensen Mill for custom blends tailored to your operation. The Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. By Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit lets you use equity in your home to the things that you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply for subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. RJ Osterhaus, Wally Trouton with you. A couple of ranked teams in the Six Rivers Conference and in Division 7. And we had the People's State Bank coin toss.
Yes, we did.
And the results were?
And the results were that the Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben team, they won the toss and they elected to receive.
All
and
right.
They will be on the defending the south goal, and Potosi-Cassville will defend the north goal.
Well, that means we'll bring you right now the starting lineup presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster Richland Center and at FullersMilkerCenter.com. First, the starting defense for the visiting Potosi-Cassville squad. The defensive ends are Ben Infield, 6'2", 185, and a junior. And
I don't remember if they listed two ends or not.
all right, well, that makes it problematic. Listed as defensive backs, Reed Weber, 5'11", 160, and a junior. And Aaron Edge, 6'2", 185, and a junior. The linebackers, River Saar, 5'8", 180, and a junior. Logan Roush, 5'10", 175, and a senior. Hunter White, 5'10", 175, and a junior. Also listed as linebacker, Sam Infield, 5'9", 185, and a junior. And Alex Frederick, 5'11", 175, and a senior. The rest of that defensive front, nobody listed an end, but three down linemen. One's Connor Robbins, 6'2", 220, and a senior. Carter Bierman, 6'7", 270, and a senior. And Will Tobin, 6'5", 250, and a senior. The Chieftains 4-0 in conference play, 6-0 overall under head coach Mark Siegert. Assisted by Tony Leinfried, Matt Eastlick, Brent Curtis, Jason Edge, Mark Urshan, Nate Weissler, Jaden Steets, and Mike Uppena. The Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental colors of the game for the Chieftains. They're in their traveling white uniforms with maroon lettering and gold numerals, and they've got some I believe green represented on the helmets with gold maroon. Nobody's showing me anything. Our team's down in the end zone right now. So those are your colors of the game presented by Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental. Your starters, your Fuller's Milker Center starters, offensively for the Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben Blue Golds. The quarterback is Cooper Lummis, 6'1", 200 pounds, and a senior. His running backs are Hunter Hagensick, 6', 173, and a senior. Gage Wall, 5'11", 161, and a senior. Also Carson Syme, 5'11", 185, and a senior. Jackson Konachek at tight end, 6'2", 167, and a senior. And Caden Roberts, 5'9", 147, and a senior. The offensive line, Sawyer Swigum, 6', 225, and a senior. Anthony Kaya, 6', 166, and a junior. Jack Draka, 5'11", 181, and a senior. Dakota Owen, 6'4", 189, and a junior. And William Zander, 5'9", 282, and a senior. The Blue Golds under head coach Derek Joy, a record of 3-1 in conference play, 5-1 overall. That loss last week to Blackhawk Warren, 14-7 at Warren's homecoming on Friday afternoon. Coach Joy assisted by Cody Mulligan, Keith Roberts, Zach Swigum, and Jared Payne. And the Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental colors of the game for the Blue Golds, you guessed it. We've got some blue, we've got some gold. It's gold jerseys, blue lettering and numerals, and blue pants. The helmets are white with a gold stripe down the middle and some blue insignias and logos across the top and across the side. Those are your colors of the game and your starting lineups. We'll come back and take a look at our Dewey's Tire Repair, game time, weather conditions, and more as our Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues. Part of Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of Six Rivers Conference football. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And also on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing and Heating and Electrical and Laley Center, Monroe. Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our turf and weather report presented by Dewey's Tire Repair for all of your farm, auto, truck, and tire sales and service needs. The best place to take a leak is Dewey's Tire Repair in Platteville and Wally Trout, and you couldn't ask for a better fall evening than this. Seemed a little warmth in the afternoon, a little unseasonable warmth for October, but I'd never think anything is wrong with that. No. But that down the field before the game, the field's in excellent condition, and we are sitting at 77 degrees with a breeze 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the south. It's lovely. It's better out there than it is in here. And
I'm not going to argue that one at all.
Yeah. Little tight quarters. I think the last time I broadcast a game here was probably 20 years ago.
This is my first time
Your
right
first
here.
time here? Yeah. The press box hasn't changed a whole lot, I don't think.
I would expect probably not, since it was designed to fit people 20 years ago.
Calling me fat?
No. 20 years ago, you were bigger than you are now.
That's a fact, yeah. All right.
So, of course, so was I.
Yeah, this is a rougher place to be 20 years ago, clearly.
But this is beautiful out tonight. I mean, we got a light cloud cover. Like you said, you've got that nice breeze, in the upper 70s. I know watching last week with Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, they really didn't have a problem with cramping up. And if that should continue tonight, and Potosi-Cassville, I've never seen them cramp up much. Kids just seem to understand, get your water in you.
Right. Talk about the program, having that stuff taken care of. Our broadcast is brought to you by Community First Bank. Community Community is where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. By Pages and Parcels, open at 101 North Main Street, Potosi. You might know it as the Old Bruner Store. Get your spot for books, unique gifts, quick pack and ship services to stop and explore, ship and discover something special today. By Midwest Motorsports, visit their showroom in Kieler for parts, service, and your next ride. See their inventory at MidwestMotorsportsOnline.com. Midwest Motorsports of Kieler. By Epic Construction, see Epic for industrial or commercial building projects. Epic Construction, building quality, building trust, and building a difference. Also by the Laley Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. And we are going to pause here for our national anthem from Wauzeka-Steuben High School on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. was our national anthem from Wauzeka-Steuben High School. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben playing host to Potosi-Cassville in a battle of Six Rivers Conference teams. Now the conference shakes up. Entering tonight, Blackhawk Warren and Potosi-Cassville, both unbeaten. 4-0 in conference, 6-0 overall. Then Wauzeka-Steuben Seneca, or Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben to say it correctly, 3-1 and 5-0 with the loss to Blackhawk. River Ridge up next. They are 2-2 in conference, 3-3 overall. River Ridge is at Iowa Grant tonight. Iowa Grant 1-3 in conference play, 2-4 overall. Then Peck Argyle 1-3, 1-5. Their win over Boscobel. Riverdale 1-3, 1-5. I believe their win was against Peck Argyle. Boscobel 0-4 and 0-6, and that's your look at the Six Rivers Conference. Our broadcast brought to you by Northland Buildings. For quality Northland buildings built tough for the Northland, contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. Anderson Over Toyota in Dubuque powers our audio stream at superhits106.com and our streaming apps. Anderson Over Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. By Clare Bank and their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. By Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware, bottom of Main in Platteville. The perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Law Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Again, high school football here on Super Hits 106, 106.1 FM, KIYX, Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. Grant Regional Health Center, People's State Bank coverage of high school sports presented by Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center, Monroe. RJ Osterhaus, Wally Trouton with you, and set for football here. It's a soft 7 o'clock kickoff. It's a comfortable night, nothing threatening in our area, so we've got no place we need to get to quickly. Broadcast brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings to major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. McNutt Electric of Belmont can assist with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call, ready to help with your ag business and commercial needs. McNutt Electric of Belmont. Breckler Insurance Group for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Lindowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and WCC-brands.com. The Highland State Bank of Highland and at highlandstatebank.net. And Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. I love that it's still golf season too.
Perfect to go out and play golf. There's only one thing wrong.
Blessed to be too busy, and there's football.
I'm too daggone busy doing football, and I'm not complaining.
So we're set. Again, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben won the toss, elects to receive.
And I think they wanted to receive mainly because it gives them an opportunity to get their offense on the field right away. They want to go out and they want to push it right away, and they want to try to use some speed to try to do some stuff, especially when they can run that option play with the quarterback faking it to the fullback and just coming in right behind him.
Aaron Edge, the kicker for Potosi, to kick from left to right. Deep to receive, Hunter Hagensick and company. And the kick is going to go to an up man's, taken by Gage Wall. He will bring it out to the 25, negotiates his way to the 30. He is going to be tackled ahead to the 33-yard line or so.
He was able to shake a couple of tackles along the way there. Nice, really a nice job on the return, considering he was up.
They are calling it the 33 of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. And in their home gold tops with blue pants. Moving from right to left as you view it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Wide side, the near side of the field by a narrow margin. Receiver over here is Wall. Under center, Cooper Lummis. And now back in motion to the near side. Lummis long count, takes the snap. Handoff goes left, and a tackle in the backfield as Syme is brought down.
Well, that's one of the things they like to do is they like to get the ball to Syme. We saw that last week. He's got some nice quickness. Hunter Hagensek brings a little more body when he runs.
2nd and 13 from their own 30 as the Potosi-Cassville defense moves the Blue Golds in the wrong direction after the first play from scrimmage. Again, Wall receiver to the near side for the Blue Golds. Lummis under center, receiver to the far side, two on a split backfield. There's the snap, handoff right side. Syme will make one man miss and then brought down on a double team tackle across the 30 to about the 34-yard line, so a yard better than the initial yard of scrimmage. 3rd and a long 9, I guess.
Yeah, he got the 3 yards that he lost before, plus a little more than the length of the football past it.
So Potosi-Cassville sniffing a 3 and out, and the Blue Golds seeing what they have on the 3rd and 9 playbook. Wide side, the near side. Double tight end on the right side, and now rolling to his left to pass is Lummis. Has a man near side, going to be incomplete, and they're going to throw the flag. Wall was the intended receiver, and the defender I don't think he saw the football and had the hand in the face of the intended receiver.
And they're always going to call that. I mean, he really wasn't bad coverage, but yeah, you're going to get called on that.
So that'll move the chains. And bring the football up to the 47-yard line. It ends up being 17-yard positive. Receivers left and right. Now, pardon us while things get crunched up here. Not very big windows in this press box. It's a little old school. So, hand off to the right. Now pitch to the right side, and yardage forward across midfield into Potosi-Cassville territory. Hunter Hagensek.
And that's a good. They like to run a lot of that kind of stuff. They'll run an option where they'll give it a pitch like that, or the quarterback will keep it and dip back inside.
So Blue Gold's first trip into Potosi-Cassville territory. They're at the 48. 9:50 to go, quarter number 1, and no score. Wide side, the near side of the field. Gage Wall, the receiver to the near side. Syme is over here as well. Out of the shotgun this time is Lummis. He has it back to his right. And now fumbled snap, and it's picked up by the halfback, and he'll be stopped for a loss of a yard in the play. Jackson Konachek, I believe, who picked it up.
Yeah, I have to give him credit for getting on that ball real quick.
So 3rd and 6 from the 49. The second 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Blue Golds on this drive, as we have nearly 3 minutes gone by, quarter number 1, opening possession of the ball game. Wide side, the near side of the field, receiver to the far side. Double tight end left, I think, on this formation with a split backfield. Lummis, option to the left, going to keep it himself, goes upfield, and he'll be tackled just shy of a first down pickup. Tackled on the play by Hunter White. So 4th and 1 in Potosi-Cassville territory at the 43 or so.
I think they're going to bring the chains out and measure this. Let's see whether you got 5 yards or 6.
Yeah, they're bringing them out. Broadcast brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit lets you use Dick in your home to the things that you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply for subject to approval. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. The team at Havy's Bar in Tennyson, probably supporting the Potosi-Cassville football team. Havy's in Tennyson, where good times and good friends come together after the game or any time. So a fresh set of downs at the Potosi-Cassville 43. Saw this last week, a nice sustained drive by the Blue Golds to open the ball game. They were unable to punch it in, though, at Warren. Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Now second receiver near side, too. As Lummis out of the backfield. Another receiver in motion near side. Lummis drops straight back to pass. Throws over the middle. Ball is going to be incomplete. Good defense there. He's looking for Gage Wall, and it was broken up by Reed Weber.
That was very good coverage. He reached around in the back, and the linebacker got his hand up, wasn't able to touch it. That's one of the things. This is a team that's not afraid to put the ball in the air at all.
2nd and 10 from the 43. Receiver near side. And the handoff up the middle. And that's Syme who bullies his way through the first wave and gets down to almost the 40-yard line. He stopped at about the 41, I think. Actually, the near side official gives him the 40. So 3rd and 7. Coming up for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben.
He is a workhorse for them, and again, that's already his 3rd carry, and they've only ran 7 offensive plays.
Shoebox scoreboard update already from Belmont. They lead DeSoto 8-0. Middle of the first quarter, and Lancaster leading Broadhead Judah. 9 minutes to go, first quarter there. Here we're scoreless. Opening drive of the ball game. Lummis for the Blue Golds under center. Receiver in motion to the near side. Now Lummis throws ahead in the pocket. The ball is defense down, batted down up front. I think that was Will Tobin who got the hands on it.
Excellent job by the defensive line getting that big paw up there.
Broadcast brought to you by Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. And Pals Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher for Pals Electric of Lancaster and Fenimore. 4th down and 7, Blue Golds from the Potosi-Cassville 40. An opening drive of the ball game. Split backfield behind Cooper Lummis, the Blue Gold quarterback. Back in motion behind the running backs now. Back to pass is Lummis. He's going to complete the pass to the near side. The defender falls down. It's complete to Hagensick, and he's going to head to the end zone. He is in for a Northland Buildings touchdown. Hagensick was one-on-one with Hunter White, and White lost his footing, and Hagensick is on the business end of a 40-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Lummis.
Nice well thrown ball. And again, the receiver fell down, which makes a huge difference in the game. This is what they wanted to accomplish by receiving.
So Lummis to Hagensick, the 40-yard pass, making it 6-0. The score comes with 7:08 to go in the first quarter. And to kick the extra point here is Lummis. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is true. So Lummis the extra point, the Point and Flush Gun Dogs extra point. 7-0. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben with 7:08 to go, quarter number 1. We're back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Cream Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Riverside returns the ensuing kickoff out to the 37-yard line where Potosi-Cassville sets up shop.
One of the things that he's one of those people I really wouldn't want to kick the ball to.
Seneca scoring drive 10 plays, 67 yards for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, 7:08 time of possession. And they've got the early lead. Split backfield, and the handoff comes near side and trying to fight his way out of it. Hunter White, and he'll battle for a couple of yards.
You see Hunter White running a lot of sweeps like that, and he tends to read the blocking up in front of him real well. And there we could see how he cut that in the guard who was leading him through the hole.
Aaron Edge is the Potosi quarterback. Riverside right behind him in an offset split backfield. Receivers left and right. Saw gets the handoff up the middle, and he had all kinds of room to run. Puts the shoulder pads down and makes the defender pay for making the tackle as Hunter Hagensick is on the business end of those shoulder pads. So Riverside, a big first down.
Well, one of the things Riverside can do is hit the hole quick. And on that fullback trap, he did hit it nice and quick. Nice trap block inside. And like you said, he delivers more of a load than what he's got.
This reminds me of one of those backs that he sees an open field, but he sees somebody who might be a victim, and he chooses the victim.
Well, sometimes that's okay.
Sometimes it's okay. Receiver far side. Now receiver in motion to the far side, too. Handoff Saar up the middle. He finds more running room. Tries to turn the corner near side. He didn't hit any speed bumps that time. Now makes a man miss, and River Saar with a Northland Buildings touchdown of the 46-yard variety.
Right there, you've seen him on 2 carries. One, you showed where he can run with a little power and quickness. Here you saw him kick in some speed and so some shiftiness down at the end.
So Riverside goes 46 yards, capping off a 3-play, 63-yard drive. And a pretty quick answer to the Blue Gold's sustained drive up until the big pass play at the end. Now kicking time as they will try to tie things up with Aaron Edge looking for the point and flush extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is true. So Edge, the extra point, 7-7 with 5:45 to go. First quarter, 7-all from Wauzeka, Potosi-Cassville, and the Blue Golds. More after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to Wauzeka-Steuben High School in Wauzeka. Our Geostraus Wally Trouton with you. And after Potosi tied this game up in 3 plays and an Edge extra point, they get a good special teams play here.
Well, the kickoff went, they line up with a single guy back, and then they've got 2 guys that are further there. They kicked it over towards the edge of the sidelines, right down by the goal line, and they were able to get the ball, but they could advance it only out to the 10.
So that's where the Blue Golds take over with 5:40 to go, first quarter. Their own 10-yard line. Lummis takes the snap, handoff right. That's signed through traffic. He's got room to run a first down and more, and it tripped up on what might have been A touchdown saving tackle by, turn so I can see your number, thank you. That was Reed Weber on the stop for Potosi-Cassville.
That was a good job running the football. Some nice blocking up front.
River Sar had some room to run. That looked just like the same thing coming the other way.
Well, this time they got it just out over the tackle. They want to get just outside the two big defensive tackles.
20-yard pickup on that play for Syme. Receiver near side. Double tight end far side. Offset split backfield behind Cooper Lummis, who will hand off to the right. And 3 yards and not quite a cloud of dust. It's not that dry, but it was. Syme on another carry. Picks up 2nd down 7 situation for the Blue Goals.
Pretty much the same play. Again, they're trying to run at the same spot. They like to try to get that worked out. And just like they see in a wishbone and the offense that they run here, they like to get the ball to that guy and get him off tackle and then set up their options.
4:33 and ticking first quarter. 7-all your score. Lummis takes the snap, handoff right for the Blue Golds, and it's going to be a first down pickup, I think.
But there's a flag on the play.
There's Syme, but there is a flag back toward the backfield. Yep.
And it's a hold.
Holding on the Blue Rolls against the Carey. Blue Rolls will have the ball on the 1-yard line, making it a 2nd and 20.
So now we're 2nd and 20 at the 20.
That's a lot of twos.
Yeah. Deuce is wild on this play for the Blue Golds. 4:14 and ticking quarter number 1. 7-all between ranked teams in the Six Rivers. Potosi-Cassville at Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, and the judge from the far side comes in and wants to talk things over with the back judge. I believe their spot is wrong. Not going to the 22, are they? 23.
Correct, and that's about where it should be.
33 to the 23. There we go. Lummis under center, the snap, and the handoff up the middle. And a couple yards maybe on the pickup for Syme.
Counterplay, coming back across. He lines up on the left side of the backfield and then tries to come back across. And pretty good job by the defensive line there to make certain he wasn't going to go anywhere.
And both teams have scored in their opening possessions of the game. This is the second possession for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. 3:40 to go, quarter number 1 on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Geo Strauss Walleye Trout with you in a timeout on the field. So we will keep things right here because we ran through some things pretty quickly earlier. Our broadcast is brought to you by Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles. Get the smile you want and the health you deserve. Learn more at lankdent.com. By Subs.com, fuel your fitness journey with a wide selection of products from a locally owned company. Visit their Fenimore, Dubuque, and Platteville locations and at Subs.com. People State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations. Visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Pink's Automotive in Lancaster and Good News Garage in Platteville. They have the certified technicians, equipment, and experience to keep your vehicle in top running conditions. Pink's and Good News. And Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years, professional, friendly service, they're cost effective. Come take care of stuff once a month for you or more if needed.
You know what those pests say as a result of those guys?
They don't say anything, they're dead.
Well, if they could say anything, they would say, boy, they're pesty.
Oh, boy.
The pet's taken up by the pesties.
You won't find radio like this up and down the dial. 3:38 to go, quarter number 1.
Well, we can find humor even in a ball game.
7-7. Potosi-Cassville tied up with the host, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben Blue Golds. Out of the shotgun this time, Cooper Lummis, back to his left. And now Syme in motion to the near side. Lummis drops straight back, looks right, throws over the middle, has a man ball, caught sliding, as that's complete to Gage Wall, I think. Yep, they're out to the 35, so pick up a 15. And
But again, you know, you're deep down in your own territory here. So what are you going to do on fourth down?
4th and 5 from the 35.
And it appears as though they'll punt.
Cooper Lomas is the punter for the Blue Golds. He's back at his own 20. The snap, a good one. The punt is a good one. And drifting back is Frederick, and he will fair catch it at the 30-yard line. Alex Frederick setting up the next Potosi offensive series after the Blue Golds punt.
That's one of those things that is an art, more than what people realize, to catch a punted ball. Now, back when I was coaching with young kids, I always looked for somebody who was a catcher. If he could run, to go back there, because they're used to catching pop-ups.
Potosi-Cassville from their own 30 with 2:44 to go, and the handoff goes near side. That's River Sar tucking it under, moving ahead, and ushered out of bounds by a trio of Blue Golds here on the near side. A good tough run by River Sar, and they will spot him.
16 yards.
At the 45, 46. We'll give him the 46. Still in Potosi-Cassville territory and tied at 7 here in quarter number 1. 2:37. Clock stopped after the out of bounds. Frederick in motion to the far side. There's the snap, handoff Sar. He'll cut it back right. Tripped up on the play as Syme got underneath, and Sar's tripped up to midfield.
That's one of the things, you know, on that trap like that. He just is so quick to get through there. A trap is one of those plays that's hard to get anything worse than a 0. And he, on a what could have been a 0, he makes 5.
Well, Mark Seeger talked about his offensive line in the pregame show, and they're doing a great job of making running room for Mr. Sar and company. There's the snap, handoff near side, turn the corner, a good lead, blocking White down the near sideline. One-on-one, taking him out of bounds on the play. I thought that was number 40, but I don't see a 40 on my roster.
That's Hunter White.
That was Hunter White. On the carry, yeah, I was talking about on the tackle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. And we have a penalty.
I say I got the number, but it was unlisted, so got all kinds of issues up here. 1:58 to go, quarter number 1. 7 all your score. Potosi-Cassville and Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Flag is going to bring the Chieftains back into their own territory by plenty, by 15 yards.
We will have a second and approximately 15 from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a hold call.
10 yards back, I should say. 15 for the first down, so second and 15 from the 40. Potosi-Cassville up to the line. 2 receivers near side, infield, and Frederick. One to the far side is Drew Richardson. And second to the far side is Hunter White.
One of the officials just questioning the down, but
Should be second and 15, yep.
hey, I'm just glad that they're trying to be on top of it.
Handoff. River Sar coming near side, and he will get the first down. Bulldog down on the near side. Is collaborating on the stop was Hunter Hagensick and Gage Wall.
Nice run.
That's a legit Wauzeka Hornet attacking our camera there. We welcome Wyatt Mulligan, student here at Potosi-Cassville High School. Not a football player, cross-country athlete, as he ran last night. Ran well, but interested in helping us out tonight. We're glad to have him running camera, because I'm not sure how we get anything done without him here tonight, Wally.
I know it.
First and 10 from the 45 of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, and this thing gets blown dead before it gets going.
And I guess it was a penalty, and I missed the signal.
It was illegal motion, 1st and 15 from midfield now. Minute 38 to go, quarter number 1, knotted up at 7 on the shoebox scoreboard. The shoebox in Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Receiver to the far side, Frederick. To the near side is Richardson. High formation behind Edge, who takes the snap and hands off to the tailback. He'll get yardage up to the initial line of scrimmage. That was Hunter White on the carry.
And White gets that 5 yards. 5 of that anyway.
So 2nd and 10 to the 45. Back in Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben territory. Going to dance their way in and out of it here on this possession. Minute 12 and ticking, quarter number 1.
We're doing a good job up here dancing our way around. And
keep moving, you'll stiffen up in a half an hour plus. Oh, we had a little bit of a late start, but we're approaching a half an hour on this first quarter. Split backfield and the handoff near side for Hunter White. And he will turn the corner and then get pushed out of bounds with 54 seconds to go.
They're marking that for about an 11-yard gain.
Gage Wallem on those there to push him out of bounds. So a fresh set of downs with 53 point.
Pretty good
5
blocking
seconds to
out
go.
in front, you know, with the guard getting back out there, being able to get a hold of them, and not by hold, not grab, a good block.
Wide side to far side of the field. And Edge rolling far side. He is going to be sacked. A Sups.com sack as he's brought down on the play by Dakota Owens. The junior with the sack, a big defensive play, biggest one of the game so far for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben.
Yeah, no, on the play I wanted to see him run, and that is the waggle, the bootleg, and it would have been fine, but they just had guys that was able to break in, and that created the problem.
22 seconds to tick, quarter number 1, 2nd and 16 from the 40, and what could be the final play of quarter number 1. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right, and Saar, the single set back behind Edge, gets the handoff up the middle. He will shift left, and he'll be tackled for a loss on the play. Gage Wall coming in. The linebacker darting in and getting Saar for a loss, and that wraps up quarter number 1. It's the Blue Gold 7, Potosi-Cassville 7. Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school sports presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Gutters, and Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Now the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe.
Potosi-Cassville start the quarter, 3rd down and 16.
Welcome back to Wauzeka-Steuben High School, Potosi. On a 3rd and 17 from their 41, it is a big first down pass from Edge. I didn't see who caught it.
44.
44 is Frederick. All right. So Alex Frederick on the reception. So a big play to start this second quarter, and 3rd and 17 goes to 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of the Blue Golds. And a run left is going to result in not a ton of running room for River Saar. He'll get a couple and bring up 2nd and 8. And Bytech Green Zone, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. So edge and offset split backfield behind him. Frederick receiver to the near side, one to the far side as well. And the handoff goes up the middle for a yard or two as Sarr was met and held to a gain of 1. So 3rd and 7 at the 14.
Couldn't really see the play that well to know exactly what they ran there.
Third and 7, Potosi-Cassville from the Blue Gold's 14. Receiver to the far side, and it's going to be a handoff to Sarr, who's got room to run off the left edge, and then tackled in the open field. On the stop was Joshua Martin. So pick up to the 5. Why something incorrect there in there. So it's 1st and goal. Potosi-Cassville at the 5. Well, that makes sense. Okay. What I had written down didn't make sense. Handoff up the middle, Sarr, and he will be stacked up for no gain on the play.
I don't know.
Actually, they give him down to the 1.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of carpentry and a bunch of people and a bunch of cameras to look through trying to call this. So let's get to know your neighbor night here at
that is.
the Wauzeka-Steuben press box. 2nd and goal from about the 2 now. Or are they calling it the 1? They're calling it the 2. Pro set formation and the handoff to Sarr going left, and he will get the Northland Buildings touchdown. River Sarr from 2 yards out. So 2-yard touchdown run. And Potosi-Cassville will line up for the extra point, sponsored by Point and Flush Sportsman's Club in Potosi. The score comes with 9:27 to go, 2nd quarter, by the way. So Edge the kicker, and lines are down. The snap is fumbled. Edge picks it up, and he will slide down. So the 2-point conversion or extra point, the point after fails, and they will sit on a 13-7 lead. And we will keep it right here. Check out the shoebox scoreboard as a lot have been going on. At the end of 1 quarter, Lancaster leading Broadhead Judah 14-0. Prairie du Chien leading New Glarus 14-7, end of the 1st quarter. River Valley leading Platteville 7-0, end of the 1st quarter. Kind of a measuring stick game for Platteville, I think. And
that's a conference that right now looks like who wants it.
yeah. Belmont and DeSoto a tight one. That's 8-6. Belmont leading 6:46 to go 2nd quarter. So that's your shoebox scoreboard. Here, 13-7, Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. After they capped off at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's a 15-play drive. They extended from 2:44 last quarter.
We had a couple penalties in there that hurt them.
So Potosi-Cassville kicks from left to right. Or right to left, actually, and the return comes from left to right. And now room to run up across the 40, now to midfield, the open field, as Gage Wall just has to beat everybody else. Nope, there are no flags behind him. Gage Wall with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Did you see where he got it?
No, I didn't. He got it to the end zone, is all I know for sure. Gage Wall, the Northland Buildings kickoff return for a touchdown. Again, didn't have the exact yardage on it. Actually, if you pull up your YouTube, you might still be able to catch it, see where he caught it. I didn't leave mine up. So we are tied at 13 now and looking for the extra point for the Blue Golds. Snap is down, the kick is up, and that is going to doink off the bottom of the upright. So Lummis hits the crossbar, and we are tied up at 13. So 13 all after the kickoff return by Gage Wall for a touchdown and the missed extra point. And Potosi-Cassville will have the football back.
And really, I think Potosi-Cassville would like to have the ball on their offense. They have been able to move it, and moved it fairly consistent. The only thing that's gotten in their way has been some penalties.
About the 22, so we had a 78-yard kickoff return.
That's how we're going to credit it.
Yeah. Didn't used to have instant replay for ourselves in the booth, and now we get that. So
we don't. Yeah, that's unusual.
Yeah.
But now that we're doing this YouTube thing, this is pretty cool.
Thanks, Wyatt, for
It was
pulling
cool
that out.
anyway, but now it's even more cool.
The ensuing kickoff, end over end. That's going to get by the deep man White and into the end zone.
That was a nice kick. You know, you don't see a lot of kids that are able to get it to the end zone in high school, much less in Division 7. But you got it down there.
So Potosi-Cassville from their own 20 in a tie game with 9:14 to go first half. Wide side, the far side of the field. Frederick receiver to the far side. And the pitch comes to the near side. Cutting it back, White. He'll be hit by a couple of Blue Golds. Now a third will bring him down from behind.
He's able to get that out here for a 9-yard gain on that sweep play. Good job running the ball. One of the things that, again, that play allows you, it gives you the opportunity to cut back inside. You know, it's one of the things that you make sure you teach and you drill that.
2nd and 2 from the 28-yard line after the 8-yard pickup by White. Receiver to the near side, Drew Richardson. And they'll hand off up the middle. And not a lot of real estate for Rivers Sarr as they're in the hole to take him down. Was Dakota Owens.
I have to give him credit for no gain. He just shy of making it to the 30.
So 3rd and 1 from the 29. 8-10 and ticking first half. 13 all in the shoebox scoreboard. Number 2 Potosi-Cassville. Number 9 Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben here at Wauzeka-Steuben High School. RJ Strauss, Molly Troutman with you on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Handoff up the middle, and I think the Blue Golds might have won that battle.
Actually, they did not. They're marking the ball for a first down just over the 30.
Far side called for the chains. Okay.
Technically, that means it's a 2-yard gain.
On paper it is, yes.
Yeah,
It
on
is
the field it was a little over a yard.
It is also 1st and 10 from the 30. Richardson receiver to the near side. Edge under center, offset split backfield. The handoff goes to Rivers Sarr, near side, a little bit of room to run, and then he's brought down at the 35-yard line. Syme on the stop. So 2nd and 5 at the 35.
You know, when Potosi-Cassville lines up, you know, in more of the standard wing T look, they've got their 4 linebackers up, and then they roll their corners up as well. So that gives them an opportunity to use the corners to come back in, almost as if they're outside linebackers.
And the handoff goes to White, trying to turn the corner far side. First down, yardage and more. He's got midfield, and the man to beat, and the man tracks him down at the 40, tackled down to the 36-yard line or so. Big time run by White. And a flag on the field, too. The tackle was made by Hunter Hagensick.
It was a 25-yard run, but the flag is bringing it back. Second time Potosi's been caught on, Potosi-Cassville's been caught on this. On a hold.
Broadcast brought to you by Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty. If you have livestock, farmland, or buildings to sell, call Daryl Krapp. Visit bigiron.com to learn more. Our first down sponsor, too, has been sadly neglected here in the first half. I apologize. Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty first downs throughout the season. So 2nd and 14 after the holding penalty from the 26-yard line, Potosi-Cassville zone. 6:30 and ticking, second quarter, 13 all. The Blue Golds and visiting Potosi-Cassville. Pitch to White near side. Got a nice block, sprung to the outside, and then dropping the shoulder to take him out of bounds for the Blue Golds was Hunter Hagensick. Fresh set of downs, though, for PC to the 45.
That was a good job running the football, but there was some nice faking going on there, trying to make it look like it's a bad snap and everything else.
19-yard pickup on the play for us. 1st and 10, again from their own 45, 6:21 on the first half clock. Receiver far side, Logan Roush. Frederick to the near side. Offset split backfield for Edge, who drops straight back. Steps and throws left, has his man, and ball's going to be incomplete. That ball probably should have been caught by White.
Again, a well-thrown ball. You know, and for a junior, he does put the ball up very, very nice.
Well, 2nd and 10 to do all over again. Broadcast brought to you by Rosemeyer Wealth Management. They'll design a plan specific to your retirement goals. The experts at Rosemeyer will answer all your questions. Even if you don't know what questions to ask, check out their website at rosemeyermg.org. And the handoff left. Riversar nearly had it stripped away. He'll collect it, though, and then he's stopped at midfield by a quartet of Blue Golds. But we'll get the 50, so 3rd and 5 coming up for Potosi-Cassville.
They're giving him a 5-yard gain. I thought he had another yard, but that's what they said it was.
Broadcast brought to you by Les Mack Automotive in Lancaster. With a Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Ford, you can count over 50 years of trusted hometown service. Because at Les Mack, you always get more from less. 3rd and 5 from midfield for Potosi-Cassville, and a 13-all game between ranked teams in the Six Rivers. 5:37 to go first half. Pitch goes left. White ahead, and he is tackled ahead as he picks up the first down. Syme on the stop for the Blue Golds.
Looks like marking it for about a 7-yard gain. Just that quick pitch. Been a good play for Potosi.
Calling it 2nd and 10 from the 44. Wide side to far side of the field. Richardson near side. Frederick far side. And the handoff will go to White far side. And the defense is smart. So it's going to be a tackle for a loss on the play, as he was taken down by Gage Wall. So 2nd and 11 from the 45 of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben.
He was trying to take a little delay there, hoping that he could get some blocking out in front of him, but unfortunately for him, Blue Golds were there to make the play.
Wide side is the near side of the field. And now a timeout called Blue Golds. So Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben timeout ahead of a Potosi 2nd and 11 from the Blue Gold 45. 4:38 remaining here in the first half of football.
That's the second timeout they've taken here in the half.
Scoring updates. Prairie du Chien New Glarus knotted up at 14 in New Glarus. Belmont and DeSoto 14-12, 141 to go second quarter there. Some Pretty tight scores around the area so far.
Yeah, really are. Well, you look at the teams that are playing each other are all fairly well matched.
Yeah, one of those weeks where we could throw a dart at the wall and cover anything and it'd be a good game, as opposed to those weeks when you're searching for something sometimes, depending on the lopsidedness. Broadcast brought to you by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch.
It's like
Cobb and Platteville.
when you're mentioning that, you look at the SWC, and other than for two teams, it looks like everybody's about evenly balanced.
11th play of the drive. Second and 11 from the Blue Gold 45. Potosi-Cassville split backfield, and the handoff goes up the middle. That's River Sarr, I think.
It is.
And he's brought down by Syme after a gain of 2. Gain of 3. Bringing up a 3rd and 8.
Big play right here for both teams. But if we're getting down by that 40-yard line, so if you get inside the 40, I would not expect to see Potosi-Cassville to punt the ball.
Richardson near side, Frederick the far side. Offset split backfield pitch near side for White, and he is taken down for a loss on the play as Dakota Owens was back there. Smart to the play. So they're going to give him a yard on that?
Yeah.
Not quite. Or no gain on the play.
This is you're at a debatable place right here. Is punting the ball good? Depends on your punter. I would go for it.
4th and a long 7 from the 41-yard line. They are doing just that. Offset split backfield, Frederick receiver to the far side. And going to be quarterback keeper on an option right, and he's going to try to turn the corner, and he's going to be tackled before he can convert. So over on downs, despite the gain of 4 yards on the play, and it will be Blue Gold football with 3:17 to go. Go ahead.
I like what their choice was as to what to do on that play with the quarterback keeping the ball. That's something they hadn't seen in this game yet, and he almost could have shaken one tackle. He could have had a first down.
Wide side, the near side of the field for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Lummis under center, offset split backfield, and receivers left and right. And he will hand off for Syme, who got a yard or 2. They say 2nd and 8 at the 39.
The thing they still like to do is they like to give it to him. They want to say, you've got to stop us running that ball right after tackle. If you can't stop that, you're in for a long day.
13-13 the score. Potosi-Cassville and Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben with 2:48 to play first half. R.J. Osterhaus, Wally Trouton with you from Wauzeka. Lummis takes the snap. And the handoff for Syme, who will get a first down carry and up to midfield before he's brought down.
Yeah, and they're going to mark that as an 11-yard gain. And again, that was running at off tackle over on the offensive left side. And he was just able to get past a couple of the guys out there that should have had contained.
Pickup of 11, 1st and 10 from midfield. 2:16 and ticking first half, 13 all. Number 2, Potosi-Cassville. Number 9, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Wide side, the near side of the field. Lummis under center, offset split backfield, and receivers left and right in the set. And the handoff goes left. That's Hagensick up for yardage inside Potosi-Cassville territory to the 47-yard line.
Got the guard being able to pull from this side to try to get out to lead the play a little bit, but pretty good job by the Potosi's right defensive side.
Minute 37 and ticking here in quarter number 1. Blue Golds like to take a lead to the locker room, but a long ways to go against this Potosi-Cassville defense. 2 receivers far side. And the handoff to Syme. Couple of defenders missing the backfield, and Syme gets yardage down to the 45. So 2nd and 5 after the 2-yard pickup. So 1:10 to go in the half. And these two teams knotted up at 13 on the shoebox scoreboard.
One of the things you like to see of two quality teams that are playing well against each other.
Receivers left and right, split backfield behind Lummis. Back to pass, looking left, under pressure, throws left, going to be caught for a first down, and the tackle made by Frederick and White, but not before the first down pickup by Jackson Konachek on the catch. So 40 seconds of ticking now, 1st and 10 Blue Golds at the 31-yard line of Potosi-Cassville.
Nice pass and a good job coming back to be able to make the catch.
Blue Golds prep for the line. 2 receivers on the near side, offset split backfield. Lummis takes the snap, hand off right. Syme has it. He's got room to run, cuts it back, tackled after a short gain with 18 seconds to go, and now a whistle and a timeout taken by the Blue Golds.
And even there's only 17 seconds left, but that is their last timeout.
They'll need 23 yards for a score.
About that.
I think it's 2nd and 3 from the 23. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's what they've got.
Pretty good job, really, with the Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben with their offense. They're mixing it up well. And I'll tell you, when you've got guys on the field that have been there for this is their 3rd year for a lot of them, you're going to get this because you've got the experience behind you.
And 17.8 seconds to go in a 13-all game. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, the host Blue Golds, and Potosi-Cassville. Blue Golds up to the line. Out of the timeout. Receiver far side, 2 to the near side. Lummis out of the pistol. Receiver in motion to the far side. Takes the snap. Lummis drops straight back. Looks right. Throws right. As he throws, has a man going to be incomplete as he overshot his intended target. Gage Wall down the near sideline.
Pretty good effort the ball was well thrown. A pretty good effort by Wall to try to get there, but to no avail. Leaves us 13 seconds to go with 3rd down.
Halftime report coming up, brought to you by McNett Electric. After the conclusion of the first half, play-by-play story. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side for the Blue Golds. Lummis takes the snap, picks it up from his thigh, and the pass left side, end zone has a man. Intercepted in the end zone by Frederick. It's a Lancaster Dental Fenimore Smiles turnover on the interception by Frederick, but they say he was out of bounds, huh? So with 6.7 seconds left to go, 4th down and end zone from the 23 for the Blue Golds.
That was pretty close to being a good interception, but as they said, foot came down outside the line.
They're going to line up for a field goal here.
And this would be from 40 yards out.
Kicker is Lummis. The holder is Caden Roberts. And there is a fake as Roberts spins right, throws right, has a man, ball's going to be incomplete. And that was knocked down by White, I think, who had got a hand on that to break up the pass. So over on downs on the failed pass. 2 seconds to go, and Potosi-Cassville from their own 41.
I expect that they'll take a knee to just get the half over here at this point.
Not 41, they're at their 24. And we'll line up for the knee. And it is done, and so is the first half of football. Potosi-Cassville 13, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 13, each with 7 in the first and 6 in the second. And we have made it to the McNett Electric halftime report. We'll tell you about the Millie's Diner halftime fix and more coming up as our broadcast continues. Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school sports presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Lely Center of Monroe and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. On Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to Wauzeka. RJ Osterhaus and Wally Trouton with you. It is our halftime show, which is presented by McNett Electric. For all of your electrical needs, call McNett Electric of Belmont. And the first half of this one, we've seen a great ball game, Wally. To open the game, the Blue Golds won the toss, elected to receive. They'd start at their own 33, get it down to the Potosi-Cassville 40, and they kicked off from there. No, they didn't. They scored from 40 yards out. The 40-yard touchdown pass, 10 plays, 67 yards. Lummis to Hagensick. A 7:08 the time of possession. Lummis the extra point, 7-0 Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. I made my circle for the score too late. Potosi-Cassville didn't waste any time with the answer. 3 plays later, they scored on a 46-yard touchdown run by Rivers Saar. 63-yard drive, edged the extra point kick, and it was 7-7 with 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Blue Gold's next possession would start at their own 10. They would punt it away from their own 35 after picking up a first down along the way. Then Potosi-Cassville set up their second scoring drive with 2:44 to go in the first quarter. They went 15 plays and 70 yards, capped off by a River Sar 2-yard touchdown run, 13-7. Potosi-Cassville with lead at that point. Their ensuing kickoff was returned 78 yards by Gage Wall. But the extra point failed, as did the extra point on Potosi-Cassville's touchdown, and made the score 13-all with 9:14 to go. Each team possessed the ball after that. Potosi for the final 2 seconds another time, but could not punch it in. So we are tied at 13 here at the half between Potosi-Cassville and Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Now, it must have been very difficult to try to get any numbers of note from how you had to bob and weave around me. And we've got, again, we got coaches up here, we've got cameras up here, and while they've been quite friendly, the facility itself is not a broadcast-friendly booth. So.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We deal with it, you know. Actually, a combination of actually seeing it and then guesstimating. I've got it down that Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben has got 48 yards rushing the football, and most of them were all by Carson Syme. He's had the 120-yard run. Otherwise, it's just been consistent, just at 2-3 yards, and he got another 11 in there. And Cooper Lomas has put the ball up 8 times, but he's only got 3 completions, but that's for a total of 62 yards. So, I mean, they're at 110 yards, really, for the half, which isn't bad. I mean, when you consider one of their touchdowns was a kickoff return, that isn't bad offense. We look at Potosi-Cassville, I've got him down for 131 yards rushing. And really, River Star is the one that's carried the load with that. In 16 carries, he's got 81 yards. Hunter White has carried the ball 8 times, but he still has 57 yards. Aaron Edge just thrown the ball just twice, but he's got 1 major completion, and that was for 23 yards, and that was out there to Alex Frederick. So offensively, both teams have done okay.
Yeah, I was trying to say it looked like River Star was going to have a huge game right away, and it's been a quiet. His numbers have been quiet, so to speak, and with a touchdown, quiet. But when you got a 13-13 game, defense is on display, and I don't know, when you've got 2 ranked teams like this, you love to see it. You said it earlier. You love to see them excelling here in Week 7.
The one of the things that I really have to throw a lot of compliments out to, and that's the coaching staffs on both teams. I mean, what I look for, the idea of River Sar and what he's able to do, and you've got to shut him down. I mean, there's no getting around that. And they've done a nice job, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. The Blue Golds have kind of got him bottled up now a little bit, where he hasn't had quite the success running the trap play or the sweep. Hunter White has kind of opened it a little bit, but except for the last 2. And again, that's pretty good job adjusting, really. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben has been able to move the ball a little bit, but again, you're dealing with some pretty big guys right in the middle, and a couple of plays they really like to use as a little counter play. You're not going to do that with these big tackles inside. You're just not going to have any success. And their success has come running just outside those 2 defensive tackles. They're not going to run it over them or inside them. That's not going to happen. And that's where they've had probably their most success. Other than that, in passing the football, they do have the one big one to Hunter Hackensack, for 40 yards, and Konachek caught that other one for 13. But no one has really tore the place up running the football for the Blue Golds. Syme, only 45 yards so far here. And I know a week ago against Blackhawk Warren, it seems like he was running all over the field. So they've got him bottled up. So again, coaches have done a good job as to how to slow people down.
With that, Halftime Fix is presented by Millie's Diner in Dickeyville. Stop in and see what they're fixing for you. You're on the Blue Gold sideline, Wally. What needs to change? Where do you see something you could change in the second half?
You know, I think one of the things that I would look to try to do is some way that you could be faking the ball to Sign, because they really are doing a good job on trying to shut him down, and then get the ball to Hagensick because he's a good runner as well. Or again, if Cooper Loomis has show that he can throw the ball. So maybe some nice play action to get the ball out to one of your receivers, whether it be Konachek or Wall, because they've done a nice job catching the ball. And Wall's showing some pretty good speed. Offensively, that's some things I would look at for them.
Now, Potosi-Cassville.
Most of it is to do what you do best. And it's really run the football. That's what you're really the best at. But you need to do a little better job of making certain that you're getting your trap blocks. And go ahead and maybe spread your, take your wing back and spread him out. And get him out wide. That's drawing drawing a corner out.
Right.
And again, the same on the other side. Split your end a little bit more. That draws that corner out. Now you just have the four linebackers in there instead of those two corners pretending like they're linebackers. It takes two people out of it. Yeah, it's like those two guys just blocked one-on-one and took them out because you got them out of the play. Then from there, it's going to be it creates a few more opportunities for you to run the ball.
Your halftime fix, Wally Trouton.
And of course, I always have my thing, and I've always told Mark Seegert, I said, you just don't run the waggle enough. They tried once today, and unfortunately, Edge was sacked. You only tried it once.
I didn't hear any cross words flying in your direction. Coach Seegert, a pretty mild-mannered guy, so I don't expect it from him in your direction. Our broadcast brought to you by Community First Bank. The communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. The team at Havy's Bar in Tennyson supports the PC football team. Havy's in Tennyson, where good times and good friends come together after the game or anytime. Southwest Health, over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Northland Buildings, for quality Northland buildings built tough for the Northland. Contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. Anderson River Toyota of Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson River Toyota, when you are ready. We'll be back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel with a check of the shoebox scoreboard and the start of the second half from Wauzeka-Steuben High School. 13-all. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben and Potosi-Cassville on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Broadcast brought to you by Clare Bank and their convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC. And an equal housing lender, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. And Russell Law Office is here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. They must going to be put another couple minutes on here. They often do that.
Always give them that opportunity to warm up for that second half. Usually they add 3 minutes onto the clock after the halftime to do that.
So we have a shoebox scoreboard update, everything here at the half. Again, Prairie du Chien leading New Glarus 20-14. Richland Center leading Dodgeville 21-14 at the half. Fenimore over Cuba City 21-0 at halftime. Valley leading Platteville 14-7. Darlington all over Lodi 31-0 at halftime. Iowa Grant leading River Ridge 20-16 as the halftime score over there.
That's a surprise.
And Lancaster leading Broadhead Judah 34-12 at the half as the Arrows trying to get right.
What happened to Broadhead Judah? Well, it's just they were sailing along every year, consistently good, and then all of a sudden, they've got a couple of years here where they haven't looked good at all.
Our broadcast is brought to you by Point and Flush Sportsman's Club. Their guided upland bird and waterfowl hunts with family and friends will create memories that'll last forever. Make your best shot with Point and Flush Sportsman's Club of Potosi. By Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Krantz Auto Parts. Krantz do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full-service repairs on cars and light trucks, too. Krantz Auto Parts. Krantz do it best. Hardware in Fenimore. Big car show tomorrow. It's part of their grand opening weekend at Krantz. And then Millie's Diner in Dickeyville, our halftime fix sponsor, where everything is homemade. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Check out their menu and daily specials on Facebook. By Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. The Highland State Bank of Highland at highlandstatebank.net. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at wcc-brands.com. Breckler Insurance Group for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Lindowski of Breckler Insurance in Fenimore, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. McNutt Electric of Belmont, assisting with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew are on call, ready to help with your ag, commercial, business projects. McNutt Electric Belmont. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. 13-all as we're ready for the start of the second half from the shoebox scoreboard. Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of Six Rivers Conference football between ranked teams is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And we're also on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and the Laley Center, Monroe. R.J. Osterhaus and Wally Trouton with you on Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And it'll be Potosi-Cassville receiving to start the second half, and they will return from left to right as you view it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Wyatt Mulliken on the camera tonight. Wauzeka-Steuben High School, we appreciate his good work. He's also running replay video for us too. So
yeah, well, he's the man.
Deep to receive for Potosi, Hunter White. Frederick and up back on the left as we see it, and Saar on the right as Cooper Lummis set to put a toe to it for the Blue Golds in their home gold uniforms, blue lettering and trim, blue pants, the white helmets, and Potosi in the traveling white uniforms. And the kickoff, going to go far side. River Saar takes it at the 19-yard line. Saar to the 25, now to the 30. Stutter steps and does not make the 35 as he's met and brought down on the play. A nice special teams tackle. That was Sawyer Swigum on the stop.
Pretty good job out there. Nice tackle made. You know, he was trying to follow some blockers, but just weren't enough white shirts in front of him.
Potosi-Cassville from their 32 as they start off offensively in a tie game. Second ranked Potosi-Cassville, 9th ranked Blue Golds of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Edge under center, offset split backfield. Receiver in motion to the far side, and the handoff goes to Riversar. He'll go right then left as he shuffles through the hole, and then tackled across the 40-yard line to the 41 on an opening carry of the second half by Riversar. On the stop was Jackson Konachek for the Blue Goals.
It's one of the things, it's easy to say this from up here. If he'd have cut the other way, he had a pretty much a wide open field out in front of him, but you got to see what you can see when you're carrying the ball.
2nd and 3 from the 40. Richardson, receiver to the near side, offset split backfield. And there's the snap. They'll hand off on the inside to White, and the backside stayed home. That's Syme making the stop on a good defensive play.
Basically what they're running there is what I used to call a tackle trap, where you still are trying to trap it, but you're trying to do it on the opposite side.
3rd and 1 from the 41-yard line. Potosi-Cassville's own as they look to convert and extend this opening drive of the second half in a 13-all game. Wide side, the near side of the field, offset split backfield. And Edge will hand off for Riversar as a first down, Carey and more, and now into blue goal territory, taking 2 defenders with him as he's tackled down to the 40-yard line. Good power run by Sarr, brought down by Hunter Hagensick and a teammate.
That ends up being just shy of 20 yards. Have to call that 19-yard. Good job running the ball.
Third quarter, 10-14 and ticking. 13 all your score. Frederick, receiver to the near side. Richardson, or to the far side. Richardson to the near side. Now Frederick in motion to the near side. And back to pass Edge. Rolling to his right. Stepping ahead to the sideline. He got Frederick, but Frederick's out of bounds.
Well, he threw it a little bit high as well. It's one of those cases where he threw the ball too late. Should have thrown the ball maybe about a half a second sooner, and he would have had him wide open out there.
Clock stops with 9:58 to go, quarter number 3. Again, 13 all your score. The Blue Golds and Potosi-Cassville here at Wauzeka-Steuben High School. It's not at the high school, kind of down the street. We're at the park. Does the park have a name? Village Park, probably.
I don't
Baseball
know.
here during the summer.
Baseball outfield.
Yeah, it's one of those. Left to right, Potosi-Cassville. Pitch to the right side, Sarr trying to turn the corner. Got a nice seal block, and he's up the sideline, and then knocked out of bounds by Hunter Hagensick. That was a nice block on the near side.
It ends up being a nice 15-yard gain. But again, some nice blocking out in front.
Sure that wasn't Guiney on the pole. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Well, if that was him on the pole, that's scary when you get a big guy like that leading.
Frederick on the far side, and the handoff to Sarr up the middle. He is met and dropped, not too far past the hole. Swigum brings him down.
Well, they're marking a 2-yard gain.
So 2nd and 8 to the 23. 9:18 and ticking third quarter. RJ Osterhaus, Wally Trouton with you on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us, however you're doing it. You know you have options on a Friday night around here. Wide side, far side of the field for Potosi. Edge under center, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Fullback with a carry, that's Sam Infield. And there's a Potosi-Cassville player dinged up on the play at the end.
Looks like he got about 9 yards on that run.
So fresh set of downs. To the 13-yard line or so. I'm not sure where they've got it spotted. The official hasn't put it down yet.
It looks like it's right on the 15, just inside it.
So needed 8 and got 8 for the first down. You know, Potosi-Cassville player down. And it is Sam Infield who was on the carry. I'm not sure it wasn't his first carry of the ball game, too.
It was his first carry.
So he's favoring the right wrist or right forearm is what they're kind of hanging on to. So we hope he's all right as he heads out.
And you never speculate because you can always have 1,000 things, and we speculate we'll be wrong.
Yeah, he might be holding that wrist out to offset the pain in his left foot. You never know. We're not doctors up here.
That is correct.
So 1st and 10 from the Blue Gold's 15. Potosi-Cassville still on the opening drive of the second half. Frederick receiver to the far side. And an I formation. Behind edge, he pitches to the tailback White. He cannot turn the corner as a tackle in the backfield made by Cooper Lummis.
Yeah, they're marking that for a 5-yard loss. That was a matter of where they just had so many people out there that there wasn't an opportunity to do anything. You know, it makes you wonder, do they have a pass off that where he could throw it to somebody downfield?
And 2nd and 15 from the 20. This is the 10th play of the opening drive of the ball game. 8:08 to go here in quarter number 3.
Again, like I said, with the way they line up their corners and they press, that could leave some room if you're pitching. He's the guy that's coming to make the play. Timeout Potosi.
Timeout Potosi-Cassville. We will keep it right here given the situation. 9th play of the drive. I've got my paper crinkled under and offset there. Checking out the shoebox scoreboard. 9:11 to go third quarter. DeSoto 20, Belmont 14. So good game going on in Belmont tonight. 8-man action.
For those that haven't seen A-Man action, it's an exciting game.
And it's 29-14 now. So pick up a 9 points. That's an odd scoring update.
That is.
Somewhat back to back. I suppose there's 4 minutes difference in the time of the update. Broadcast brought by the Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. See Ben at the Christensen Mill for custom blends tailored to your operation. The Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. And by Oki's Market in Cassville. Check out Oki's, your local Surefine food center, and they'll carry out your groceries too at Oki's Market in Cassville. 2nd and 15 from the 20. Flag down before the throw comes to the end zone. It's a Northland Buildings touchdown to Frederick, but a flag down in the backfield way before it's going to be holding against Potosi-Cassville.
That's one of those things that just frustrates the heck out of you as a coach. Everything about the play was right except the hold.
They'll back things up. It was a good looking play, well drawn up play, and hate to lose that on a holding call.
Well, you end up and you're able to get, your tight end back across deep, and it's one of those plays it's almost impossible to cover that at high school ball.
2nd and 25 at the Blue Gold's 30. Still opening drive of the second half. 7:50 and ticking here in the third quarter. 13 all, Potosi-Cassville and Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, the 2nd and 9th ranked teams in Division 7 of the FoundWisconsin.com poll. Handoff goes for White, and he's got the burners on, and he will blow by everybody for a Northland Buildings touchdown.
That's how you respond. That's exactly how you respond.
We got a flag out there again.
I didn't see one.
Everybody else's reaction around us seemed to see one.
Now they're saying there is a hold. But where's the flag on the field?
There's a flag down at the 5-yard line. Now just picked up.
That was a place you shouldn't have been holding.
Well, that's for sure. So they still get a gain of 10 on the play. It's 2nd and 15 at the 20. Now the ball's at the 15. 2nd and 10 at the 15. 7:23 and ticking. Wide side to far side. Receivers left and right. Handoff right. White again. Makes a couple of guys miss. And he'll be tackled ahead, and they say he's down at the 1.
So that means that's a 14-yard rush.
So first and goal from the 1. As Potosi-Cassville, the Bitech Green Zone on the doorstep at taking the lead in this one. Richardson the far side. And the handoff to River Saar going middle, and he will get the Northland Buildings touchdown. 1-yard run, River Saar, and the score comes with 6:53 to go and caps off a 12-play drive to open the second half.
Yeah, but it's the time that came off the clock. I mean, we're at, boy, it's hard to believe.
They're making up for that first quarter.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, despite the time off the clock, still a one-score ball game, however it goes here.
Going for 2.
Edge under center, I formation behind him. And the handoff, no, it's going to be a keeper for Edge. Trying to turn the corner near side, and he will not get to the end zone. So the 2-point run fails. And the point and flush gun club extra point and flush sportsman's club extra point fails. And your score is Potosi-Cassville 19. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 13 with 6:53 to go here in the quarter. And we'll keep it here. Broadcast brought to you by Southwest Health. With over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you have the specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. By West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling, as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. By Pages and Parcels, now open at 101 North Main Street, Potosi, formerly Brunner's Store. It's your spot for books, unique gifts, quick pack and ship services too. So stop, explore, ship, and discover something today at Pages and Parcels. Wall and Hagensick back to receive the Potosi-Cassville kickoff after their touchdown. And Aaron Edge, quarterback, is the kicker, and it will go end over into the near side, taken by Syme at the 26-yard line. Syme across the 30, now 35 and 40, as Syme is tackled down by Roush at the 31-yard line. Roush collaborating on the stop with Evan Brewer.
You know, it's one of the things you really like if you're your kickoff return team. You like it when a running back has got the ball because he knows what to do with it. And he did. Nice job, nice run.
Upstairs they're calling it the 42-yard line of the Blue Golds.
41 and a half.
That's where I'm at, but they're higher. They got a better look. They probably have a bad angle. 2 receivers far side for Lummis. And the split backfield behind him, and the handoff goes to the right. Hagensick gets nothing and likes it as he runs into Carter Bierman and company. And he was stopped for just a very short gain on the play.
Technically, I guess we have to give him 1. But again, good job on the inside of taking that play. But again, it's a matter, your defensive tackles have to stay honest and stay there. Your defensive ends have to stay honest. Linebackers need to make the play on the fullback.
2nd and 9 from the 42, receivers left and right. Cooper Lummis, the split backfield behind him. There's the snap, option right. Lummis keeper goes off tackle. He's got a first down carry, barely, and a tackle made in the far side.
10-yard carry.
I think that was Aaron Edge on the stop.
Yes. And that's one of the things. You've got to have somebody that's dedicated to always take the quarterback because they are going to run that option play, and they get success with it once. They're going to bring it back and again and again.
So now Potosi-Cassville territory at the 47. Out of the shotgun this time, Lummis back to his right. He will fake the handoff to that back and go straight ahead himself, and he will get a gain on the play, but not a whole lot, as a nice shoestring tackle was made by the Potosi-Cassville interior defensive lineman.
Again, that's still, you're making the play right up front, right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, that's what you want. Don't give them more than a yard.
2nd and 8 from the 46. Wide side, the near side of the field. Receiver over here is Gage Wall. Receiver to the far side, I believe that's Syme. And a split backfield behind Lummis. There's the snap, handoff Syme, so he was not the receiver on the far side. He'll get a couple of yards down to the 44. And that'll be 3rd and 6 coming from the 44, Potosi-Cassville. Potosi-Cassville leading 19-13. They scored but could not convert the points after on the opening drive of the second half. This the first possession in the second half for the Blue Golds. And we have 4:27 and ticking here in the third quarter. Blue Golds up to the line, looking to convert on 3rd and 6, the Potosi-Cassville 44. 2 receivers near side, split backfield behind Lummis. Takes the snap, handoff Syme going left. He's tripped up shy of a first down. They'll mark him at the 40. Pick up a 4th and 2 at the 40 of Potosi-Cassville. Broadcast brought to you by the Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, Lely Center Monroe. And by Epic Construction. See Epic Construction for industrial, commercial building projects too. Epic Construction, building quality, building trust, building a difference.
A big play right here on 4th down.
2 receivers near side, wide side, the far side of the field. Split backfield behind Cooper Lummis for the Blue Golds. Takes the snap, handoff Syme, first down carry down to the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Isaac Adams.
That's one of the things, if he can get through clean, he's going to get you, that 5 yards. That's why you have to have linebackers making that play. You cannot allow your defensive end to come in to do that.
19-13, Potosi-Cassville, second ranked, leading 9th ranked Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Blue Gold's ball in the Potosi-Cassville 35 with a fresh set of downs. Receiver near side, split backfield behind Lummis. Takes the handoff, dropping back to pass, steps up, hit as he throws. Ball's going to be incomplete, and a flag thrown. The Potosi-Cassville defender in there just a second too early and made contact with the receiver in the official's eye just before the ball got there. The call went on edge. It was awfully close, and maybe too close to call.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Now all of a sudden he signaled personal foul face mask. So what is the call?
Well, a face mask penalty. What the call was, and that'll take him all the way down to the 20. Simon Hagensick split backfield behind Lummis. Potosi-Cassville nursing a 19-13 lead. Lummis takes the snap, handoff Syme, gets by one man, but not the rest of the defense for Potosi-Cassville. He's going to lose a yard in the play, I think.
Yes.
2nd and 9 from the 21.
That doesn't happen very often with Syme. I mean, that's the first time he's taken a loss, or second time. The first play he ran was a loss.
2:25 and ticking, quarter number 3. 19-13, Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Receiver near side, receiver far side. Hagensick and Syme left and right as you see them behind Lummis, the quarterback for the Blue Golds. Handoff Syme right side. He will squeak his way through before an Adams tackle. It gets him 5-yard pickup.
Hard to stop him if he gets through clean, or the line of scrimmage clean. It's hard to keep him under 5 yards.
3rd and 5 at the 15. Minute 39 and ticking third quarter. Again, a 19-13 Potosi-Cassville lead. Two receivers near side for the Blue Golds as they move from right to left as we view it. Split backfield behind Lummis. Blue Golds quarterback takes the snap, and the handoff goes to Syme, and he is met in the backfield by Rivers Saar and dropped with a kingly disregard.
And they're marking that, looks like a 2-yard loss.
They give him forward progress of 3 yards, or a loss, forward progress for a loss of 3 yards.
Or negative.
Yeah.
It's
4th and 7 is what they're saying from the 17.
This could be the play of the half right here.
Now wide side to near side, two receivers near side. Out of the shotgun this time is Lummis with Syme to his left, two receivers far side. Back to pass, Lummis throws right side of the end zone, rising up, and it's a Northland Buildings touchdown on the pass and catch. Gage Wall on the business end for the Northland Buildings touchdown. Score comes with 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. 17-yard pass from Lummis to Wall, right?
Great.
Makes the score 19-19, so root beer time pending an extra point. Lummis to attempt the point after. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is blocked. So the Point and Flush Gun Club, Sportsman's Club, PAT, blocked. And we are at 19-19 with 32 seconds to play third quarter. It was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 plays and 58 yards on the drive. It took 6 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter on the Blue Golds drive that has tied this up. So both teams have scored in each possession of the second half. Neither team could convert the points after.
We're at a point only 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Well, that's what billed is going to be a tight ball game, and it is.
Cooper Lummis set for the ensuing kickoff from right to left. He will put a toe to it, and it's going to be taken by Frederick at the 16-yard line. Out to the 25, now 35, now across the 40. Wraps up the points, and he'll get out to just shy of midfield at the 39. Great return by Frederick. The tackle made by Jackson Konachek on the special teams for the Blue Golds.
Well, it's a good thing that Konachek was able to get there and get a hold of him, because otherwise he was off to the races.
24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And the 49-yard line of Potosi-Cassville is where they start their second possession of the second half. Offset split backfield, and the handoff goes to Rivers Saar, and he will carry the defender into, oh, and he'll keep on his feet, still not down, as he got down to the 36-yard line. Or White had it after Saar. Saar lose the football and then picked up by White, or did I misidentify?
Well, he dropped the ball.
Saar from go. Saar must have fumbled the football, and it was advanced by White. So give the yards to White. And that's the end of the third quarter. Potosi-Cassville 19, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 19. Quarter number 4 straight ahead on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. start of the fourth quarter, 19 all. Potosi-Cassville, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line, 37-yard line.
Yeah, White carries the ball just on a little counter back off to the right side and ends up taking a 1-yard loss.
Second and 11 from the 40. Now, for some reason, I typed end fourth instead of end third when I reported the score to the group, so I had to correct that.
Well, it created excitement for them.
Creating chaos for everyone. Wide side, the near side of the field, and the handoff goes to White, and he'll be tripped up by Syme trying to turn the corner off the left tackle. Pick up 3 yards, 3rd and 8. 37-yard line.
They're mixing up the backs real well. You know, we've seen White's carried the ball almost as many times. Well, not quite. There's only about 5 times less than Saar has in the game.
Potosi-Cassville up to the line again. 19-19 the score. Split backfield pitch left side. White is going to be dragged down from behind, as that play was read well by Cooper Lummis. Picked up 2 on the play, but still going to be 4th and 6 at the 35-yard line of Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. And Potosi-Cassville, considering this 4-down territory, it looks like.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Receivers left and right, offset split backfield edge. The snap, fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself. Now running right, throwing over the middle. Has the ball caught inside the 25-yard line. Pass complete for a Big Iron Realty, Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Pass was complete to Ben Infield. The ball down to the 21.
Oh, that was really a nice catch. Nice job getting to fit between 2 defenders.
Edge again. Well, that handoff went up the middle, and River Saar has it, and he is in for a Northland Buildings touchdown. I bought what else was going on there, too. So River Saar goes 21 yards.
This is one of those games that you've got to stick around until the very end, because who knows where we're going to end up at this rate.
Score comes with 9:28 to go in the fourth quarter. 6 plays, 51 yards on the drive. And now they're lining up for a 2-point conversion try. Split backfield behind Edge, who will roll to his right. Now flushed out right. Throws to the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a 2-point conversion. Frederick pulls it down. Alex Frederick. So 27-19, Potosi-Cassville leads with 9:28 to play. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 27-19, Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. The ensuing kickoff taken at the 24-yard line by Hagensick, makes a man miss, gets up to midfield, and then is bumped out of bounds just into Potosi-Cassville territory. I think they give him the 49 up there, or do they?
Looking to see, they're marking it right at the 50.
Right at midfield, all right. R.J. Osterhaus, Wally Trouton with you from Wauzeka. Again, 9th ranked Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben Blue Golds, the 2nd ranked Potosi-Cassville squad. Still rolling without a mascot after some ideas were kicked around and didn't happen. Receiver near side. Lummis, split backfield behind him, takes the snap, handoff left, and Syme trying to bully his way down, and he does to the 45-yard line of Potosi-Cassville.
He's just so tough. It's hard to stop him for a 5-yard gain.
And 9 minutes and ticking, quarter number 4. Potosi-Cassville up 27-19. Broadcast brought by Mound City Bank, the total line of credit. Use the equity in your home to do the things that you want. Stop in at Mound City Bank to apply. Subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. 2nd and 5 from the 45, Potosi-Cassville. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Cooper Lummis takes the snap. He will option to the right. Has his man Hagensick. Will get through a couple of guys. Now breaks another tackle. He's down inside the 25-20. Down to the 15. Another man misses. In for a Northland Buildings touchdown. Hunter Hagensick puts his team within 2 with a 45-yard touchdown run. 27-25, Potosi-Cassville, 8:29 to play.
What happened down at the end is you ended up with some Potosi-Cassville defenders that are trying to knock the ball loose instead of making the tackle, and which is what they should have done.
So now trying to tie the game on a Point and Flush Sportsman's Club 2-point conversion try for the Blue Golds. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Syme next to Lummis, who's out of the pistol, takes the snap, looks left, throws left, has a man, ball's gonna be caught for the 2-point conversion. Lummis complete to Jackson Konachek, and it's 27 all. So Lomas to Konachek, we're tied at 27, and back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben ties it up at 27. The ensuing kickoff is a squibber, and it's taken by Adams. Isaac Adams gets on top of it and sets up Potosi-Cassville's.
It shows that Isaac Adams did a nice job of paying attention when they practice this stuff. Say, get on the ball. Don't worry about advancing it.
Potosi-Cassville from their own 38, 8:28 to go in regulation. Handoff up the middle. And now a first down carry as Riversaw refuses to go down into blue gold territory at the 44-yard line.
It ends up being an 18-yard run.
So 1st and 10 from the Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 44. It's a man's run right there.
Oh, no kidding. He impressed me last year as a sophomore, and he's still doing it.
Edge the snap, handoff left, and that is White on the carry. Brought down by Simon Company. Yardage to the 40-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 ahead.
The rate it's going, I'm not going to have enough lines on my stat sheet.
27-27. 9th-ranked Blue Golds, 2nd-ranked Potosi-Cassville.
Both teams are playing like it.
7:27 to play. Receivers left and right, offset split backfield. Edge the snap, the handoff up the middle. River Sar has a first down carry. Broadcast brought to you by the team at Havy's Bar in Tennyson. Proud to back Potosi-Cassville football. Havy's in Tennyson, where good times and good friends come together after the game or anytime it's Havy's. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line after the 6-yard pickup. Tie score, 27 all, 7:07 to play at Wauzeka. Potosi-Cassville with Edge under center, takes the snap, handoff. White right side fouls his block. He'll get yardage inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 29.
You know, and that's a case where he was almost tripped himself up. You know, he just seemed to lose his feet in there.
Broadcast brought to you by Community First Bank. If you're in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. 2nd and 5 from the Blue Gold 29. Edge takes the snap. Handoff, White right side. Makes one man miss, then another. He's got some open field to run in, and then brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, that flag was thrown. He was
holding
thrown
against Potosi, the indication.
It's interesting because the flag was thrown right at the tackle, and yet it's a hold, but there was nobody else there.
6:10 on the 4th quarter clock. Broadcast brought to you by Okies Market in Cassville. Check out Okie as your local Surefine Food Center, where they'll carry out your groceries to Okies Market of Cassville. And Southwest Health, over 24 specialty services, more than 50 specialists. Visit southwesthealth.org. So this is going to make it 2nd and 7
yeah.
from the 31. 2 receivers near side, offset split backfield behind Aaron Edge. Takes the snap, handoff left, and White tripped up going through the whole left side. I think it was Julius Cooley tripping him up. So 3rd and 3 from the 28, they say. 27, I can see. 3rd and 8 from the 27. 5:35 and ticking, 4th quarter, 27 all, Potosi-Cassville and Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Edge takes the snap, handoff left. River Sar stumbles, now collects himself, and then is brought down by his opposite number, Joshua Martin, also wearing number 7. And that's good enough for a Potosi-Cassville first down. To the 21-yard line, so a 6-yard pickup. And with 5:16 to go, Potosi-Cassville knocking on the door of that Bitech green zone. Receiver near side, Richardson. Offset split backfield, handoff, Sar up the middle, room to run, and he will get a first down carry and more. A Northland Buildings touchdown. So a 21-yard run for River Sar.
He's a player that just will not be denied.
Score comes with 4:59 to go in the game and breaks our 27-all tie, 33-27, as Potosi-Cassville looking for the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point.
And are they going to go for 2 or kick?
They're going to line up for two. Edge under center, River Sar behind him. Offset to the right is White. Handoff Sar going up the middle, and he is met and stacked up as the points after fails. Now some extracurricular up there. It's broken up somewhat quickly. I didn't see any flags either. So the 2-point run fails. And it's Potosi-Cassville 27, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, Potosi-Cassville 33, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 27. 4:59 to play, and we are back. Yeah, let's keep it right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our broadcast brought to you by the Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. See Ben at the Christensen Mill. Custom blends tailored for your operation. The Christensen Mill in Wauzeka. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Pages and Parcels open at 101 North Main Street, Potosi. You might know it as the old Burner store. This is your spot for books, unique gifts, quick and pack and ship services. Stop by to explore, ship, and discover something special today. Midwest Motorsports. Visit their showroom in Kieler for parts, service, and your next ride. See their inventory at MidwestMotorsportsOnline.com. Midwest Motorsports of Kieler. And Epic Construction. See Epic for industrial and commercial building projects. Epic Construction, building quality, building trust, and building a difference. And the Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. 33-27, Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, and the PC ensuing kickoff is going to be bobbled, then taken at around the 30. It's Hagensick hit, and then ahead, and then mowed over. The blow at the end was Hayden Radloff, who knocked down the scrum to put the Blue Golds in their starting field position. With 4:53 to play, trailing 6, and they are at their own 26-yard line. I don't see the football.
I see they're marking it at the 27 on the scoreboard.
All right, we'll go with them. 1st and 10 from the 27. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben zone. 2 receivers far side. Now Lummis under center with the split backfield, and he will hand off up the middle, and the Potosi-Cassville defense smart to that. Whoever had the football didn't stand up with it for very long. It was Syme who was mowed under. No gain on the play.
That was the case where those big tackles ended up and made the play. He ran a little bit too far to the inside.
4:30 and ticking. Again, Potosi-Cassville now up 33-27. They try to remain unbeaten. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben trying to bounce back from their first loss of the year at Blackhawk Warren a week ago. There's the snap handoff left, and Syme up the middle, and he's got a first down carry and more, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 46. They'll mark him at the 45, where a fresh set of downs is what's up for the Blue Golds.
So that's 18 yards that he's able to gain on that.
3:55 and ticking, 4th quarter. This game, everything you were hoping it might be.
You know, he's one of those, nothing, and then he breaks one. And that was the case there again.
Receiver far side. Slot near side, Caden Roberts. Split backfield, Lummis. Roberts in motion to the far side. Lummis takes the snap, rolls back to pass. He will step and throw left, has Syme, catches the football, makes one man kind of miss, but not the other. So he picks up a couple yards the hard way, actually. Great pass and catch, and then Roush and White collaborate on the stop for Potosi-Cassville.
And they were right there, and this time they were able to make sure they got a hold of him and wrap him up. He's a dangerous runner that way. You've got to make sure you have him wrapped up.
2nd and 9 from the 46. Wide side to far side of the field. 33-27. Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. The Blue Golds trying to answer the last score. Receivers left and right. Option left. Pitch to Hagensick. He's got a fumbled football, and Potosi-Cassville recovers it. Was trying to get ahead for the first time. Did they mark him down?
Their official is saying he's down.
Oh, my goodness. That is not a great call.
Oh, this is one of the first times in all year I'm going to say the officials screwed up. That is bad.
Oh, my goodness. He clearly was not down.
Clearly fumbled.
That's one of those deals where we had a lot better look at the play than they did, I guess. So 3rd and inches from the 45 of Potosi-Cassville. That's a big, big call. There's the snap. Lummis the keeper. First down Carey before he's brought down. Boy, put a star next to that 2nd and 9 because that's unbelievable. That should have been Potosi-Cassville football.
Yes, it should have.
Instead, 1st and 10.
I've been complimentary of the officials all year, but this is one time they blew that one.
Yeah. Now, Wyatt, when you're in the booth, you need to be an unbiased member of the media. That's the other thing.
It's difficult sometimes.
People think I'm a River Ridge homer, but it's not true. Back to pass. Throwing left. That's going to be complete. Now, flag down on the play. So a first down on the pass to Syme, but a flag came in from the side judge over here.
And there is a hold back here that took place behind the line of scrimmage.
So a Pink's penalty, another one. With 96 seconds to go, that will take the Blue Golds back.
That's only the 2nd penalty for the Blue Golds.
And it's a big one, and it kind of negates the gift. Well, it doesn't completely negate it, but.
Well, it's getting down to crunch time, too. There's only a minute 30 left to go in the ball game.
1st and 19 from the 47-yard line. They're back in their own territory. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. 2 receivers near side, split backfield. Lummis takes the snap, handoff left. The Potosi-Cassville defense swallows up Syme on the carry.
And that's timeout Blue Golds.
Timeout with 1:15 to go, 33-27, Potosi-Cassville. We're back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. (33-27), Potosi-Cassville leading Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben and the host Blue Golds, 9th ranked against the 2nd ranked Potosi-Cassville squad. They are 2nd and 20 from their own 47 with 1:15 to play. Back to pass, Lummis. Steps to his right. Throws downfield, has a man near side. Going to be incomplete as he was defended well. Jackson Konachek. So that brings up 3rd and 20 with 1:06 to go, and the clock stops on the incompletion.
That was well covered, like you said. I mean, standing right in front of the receiver, going up, didn't leave a whole lot of opportunities for Konachek to catch it. And
3rd and 20 from their own 47. Minute 6 to go. Receiver near side, receiver far side. Split backfield. Behind Cooper Lummis. Takes the snap, option right. Pitches right, has his man. Ball's fumbled, but recovered by Caden Roberts shy of midfield, but that brings up 4th down and long.
Well, for the Blue Golds, this right here is ball game.
Yep. It'll be 4th and 20 again from the 47. Timeout Blue Golds with 57.4 seconds remaining. Stick around for our Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones postgame show. We'll select our most valuable player. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware, bottom of Maine, Platteville. MVP, our Les Mack drive of the game, the tri-court turning point, the scrapper of the game. And a recap of the scoring in this one. It's been fun. 33-27, Potosi-Cassville trying to make it a happy bus ride home.
Well, before you do that, you're going to have to take a deep breath. Take a lot of wind to get all those scores in.
Yeah.
And who would have thought after last week we saw the same Blue Gold team not able to put this many points on the board?
So here it is, play of the game, 4th and 20 from their own 47, trailing Potosi-Cassville by 6, 57.4 seconds remaining. Out of the pistol this time is Lummis, the back to his left. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Low snap, picked up, they'll hand it to Lummis, and it's going to be a sack, a subs.com sack, as that was a low snap, and it's over on downs to Potosi-Cassville.
And that technically goes down as an 8-yard loss, even though it was a bad snap.
It was picked up by the back first and tried to flip it to Lummis to continue what the initial drawn up play was, but instead it's over on downs. Potosi-Cassville can get the knee joints worked out here.
And there is just 57. There was a timeout at 57 seconds. That was their second timeout of the half, and we're at 54 seconds to go in the game. So you know it's going to be knee time.
Yeah, victory formation. Backing up and taking the knee. Tick down 44 seconds. Potosi-Cassville is going to improve to 5-0 and 7-0 here in week 7. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, the Blue Golds, will suffer their second straight loss, now 3-2, and they'll be 5-2. And that loss probably drop them out of the rankings too, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, I don't think it should.
Well, I don't think it should either, but you never know.
No, you don't.
So there's the last knee and your final. Potosi-Cassville 33, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 27. Our Reeves Wealth Management Edward Jones postgame show comes your way straight ahead on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of Six Rivers Conference football between ranked teams, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And we're powered on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. R.J. Osterhaus with Wally Troughton, where Potosi-Cassville has defeated Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. Number 2 beats number 9 in the Bound Wisconsin poll. 33-27 the final score, and this bad boy was tight throughout. We saw a good one. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben scored on their first drive. 10 plays, 67 yards, and chewed up the first 7 minutes of game clock. It was a long first quarter, lasted better than a half an hour. It was a 40-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Lummis to Hunter Hagensick, and then Lummis kicked the extra point, 7-0, Blue Golds. Potosi-Cassville scored 3 plays later on a 46-yard touchdown run by River Sarr. Aaron Edge out of the extra point kick, 7-7. The score then. The Blue Golds got the ball back. Would end up punting it away after picking up a first down en route to that point. Potosi-Cassville started their next scoring drive with 2:44 to go in the first quarter, and with 9:29 to go in the second, River Sarr had a 2-yard touchdown run to cap off a long drive. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 plays in the drive. And the extra point was missed. 13-7 was the Potosi-Cassville lead. The ensuing kickoff was returned 78 yards for a Gage Wall touchdown. The PAT failed, so 13-all was the score with 9:14 to go first half. Potosi-Cassville will get the ball at their own 20, but turn it over on downs at the Blue Golds 41. The Blue Golds will get it at their own 37, work it down to the Potosi-Cassville 23, but turn it over on downs. And then Chieftains took a knee with 2 seconds left. Chieftains, they don't have a mascot, but Potosi-Cassville. You know what I'm talking about if you follow closely.
We know where you're going.
They took a knee to make it a 13-all score at half. Potosi-Cassville ball to start the second half, and they had a 12-play scoring drive that took up almost the entire quarter. 6 minutes, for almost the entire half of the quarter. 6:53 mark was when the 1-yard touchdown run by River Sarr happened. The 2-point run failed. Potosi-Cassville led 19-13. Well, the next series for Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, 11 plays, 58 yards on a drive. Then went 4 minutes and 16 seconds and was capped off on a 17-yard pass from Cooper Lummis to Gage Wall. The Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point was blocked, made it 19-all. That was your end of third quarter score. Potosi-Cassville's next drive, which began with the last play of the third quarter. 6 plays later, 51 yards later, a 21-yard touchdown run by River Sarr. Aaron Edge, the 2-point pass to Alex Frederick to make it 27-19. And then Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben got the ball back at midfield. The second play from scrimmage, a 45-yard run by Hunter Hagensick. Cooper Lummis to Jackson Konachek for the extra points. And 27-all was the score, with 8:29 to play in the game. Potosi-Cassville then got the ball at their own 38, and they would score 2, 4, 6, 8 plays later on a 21-yard touchdown run by River Sarr. 2-point conversion run failed. Potosi-Cassville 33, Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 27. Well, that set up Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben's final possession of the game with 4:53 to go. They'd pick up a first down they started at their own 27, got a first down to their 45, and then one down to the Potosi-Cassville 46 on a controversial call, where it was fumbled football. They said the running back Hagensick was down. Potosi-Cassville, crowd got awfully hot over it. We saw a replay on video up here. The player did not appear down. Not sure what the officials saw, but They're human too. A big penalty followed that though, and back the Blue Golds up into their own territory where they could not get past the 47 for the rest of their possession, and ultimately turning it over on downs with 54 seconds to go. Potosi-Cassville took the knee and made your final 33-27. Potosi-Cassville defeating Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben in a whale of a football game tonight.
You know, that's one of the games that you always wish you could see, and we got to see it. We've seen two great games in a row with Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben. I mean, these guys, this is a very good football team. And I'll tell you what, they're going to sit there with 2 losses, and they may get knocked out of the top 10 in the state, and yet I rank them right up there with the number 2 and number 3 team, or number 5, wherever Blackhawk Warren is now. I mean, they're a pretty even teams. So the one other thing, and again, this is going to say something that's going to really be a beneficial, I think, for the teams in the playoff, except they'll end up knocking each other off in the long run, the way the brackets usually end up. But games like this prepare you to play against the big boys from the rest of the state.
That's right.
And this conference is like this on a regular basis. And we're just lucky we get to see games like this.
You come out of here and enter the playoffs out of the Six Rivers, you're battle tested.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding. I mean, there's no getting around that.
You have any numbers of note, Wally?
Numbers of note. We'll just run up a couple of them here. We'll just hit Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben real quick. Carson Syme carried the ball 20 times over 81 yards, and Hagensick had 6 carries for 65. They ended up with a total of 154 yards rushing unofficially. Throwing the football, they did okay as well. I mean, Lomas was 5 of 11 for 80 yards, and he threw the ball very well. But it gives him 234 yards of offense in this game. And again, that's not bad. Leading receiver was Hagensick, 1 catch for 40 yards. That put him there. But Gage Wall had 2 big catches for a total of 26 yards. Looking over at the other side at Potosi-Cassville, Aaron Edge didn't throw the ball that bad either. He threw the ball 5 times, completed 3 for 44 yards. Frederick was the leading receiver. He had 2 catches for 26 yards. Rushing the football, Woofta. Hunter White, 19 carries, 107 yards unofficially. That's a journeyman night, and the most nights that would be the leading rusher. However, River Sar is on the same team.
He happened to be in the same game, right? Yeah.
And he ended up carrying the ball 27 times, and I'm unofficially at 213 yards. But I think it's interesting you make note. The 2 players together rushed for over 300 yards in this game.
Usually gets the job done.
Oh, yeah. And the only other carries was Sam Infield had 1 for 9 yards, and Aaron Edge had 5 carries, and he ended up with 1 yard positive.
Is our Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones postgame show. RJ Osterhaus and Wally Trouton with you as we need to name a most valuable player. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at bottom of Main and Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Get to Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. I don't know, this one seems pretty easy to me.
Well, if you look at just numbers, yes.
Yeah?
It is. I mean, let's face it, Rivers are over 200 yards in this game. I mean, how do you look elsewhere? But on the other hand, when you've got 2 guys in the backfield that gained 300 yards in the game, why? Because of the guys up front. And there was a nice job by the offensive line. I seen some nice job by guards getting out and pulling and leading through the hole. A lot of compliments, but how do you give it to somebody other than a guy that gets you over 200 yards?
I think he's got it. River Sar of Potosi-Cassville is our Hermson's MVP. The drive of the game, presented by Les Mack Automotive in Lancaster. Whether it's Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Ford, you can count on over 50 years of trusted hometown service, because at Les Mack, you always get more from less. The drive of the game, you had a feeling like it was going to be the last score in this one, and I think we got to go with that pretty easily, don't we?
It has to be.
And that was the final, not the final possession, but the last scoring drive for Potosi-Cassville, which started just under the, well, there's about 8.5 minutes left
Right.
in the fourth quarter. It was a 8 play drive that went 62 yards and about 3.5 minutes.
About 3.5 minutes.
About 3.5 minutes. A 21-yard touchdown run by River Star with the extra 2-point conversion failing. It did leave the door open, but that drive, the difference in the game.
Yeah, it really was. And really, that was an important drive at that particular point with the games tied at 27 just after Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben scored. And then they took that kickoff and drove the ball all the way down the field. That makes it even more impressive.
On a Tricor turning point, plans built for your family and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. I mean, you could go with that drive. You could also go with big penalty that put the Blue Golds backwards on their final possession of the game. After they had gotten what we thought was an off call. These officials had a pretty good night in general, and that one was ruled a non-fumble, so they kept possession of the game. They were down to the 43-yard line of Potosi-Cassville, and then a penalty brought them back to their own 47, and they never got back that far. And that's part of the mistakes you make, and not to single anybody out, but that game certainly it kind of turned the complexion. They went from 1st and 10 at the 43 to now, 1st and 20 back in their own territory.
Yeah, that really takes care of it at that particular point. Yeah, there was the chance they could have scored and could have gone ahead and all that, but no, that really solidified it.
Tricor turning point, and my favorite one, the scrapper of the game. Time to name the player who had their scrappiness and hustle stand out in trying to lay their opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster.
I have mine, and I'll bet it's different than yours.
And I've got to think a bit. I'm going to go with the running back, I think.
See, and I'm looking at Gage Wall.
Oh, good one.
I mean, he had two real important catches. His last one for 17 yards was a big one. But it's also he was just such a pest for Potosi-Cassville on defense. He just did all kinds of things that just kind of gave him fits.
I'm withdrawing my suggestion. Gage Wall is the scrapper of the game.
Hey.
Yeah, good job, Wally.
You got to look at these other guys sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's a scrapper presented by West End Salvage. And that doesn't quite put a bow on the broadcast. It was a Potosi-Cassville win, 33-27. Each team scored 7 in the first, 6 in the second, 6 in the third. The 14-8 win for Potosi-Cassville in the fourth, the difference in the contest, as the Chieftains remain unbeaten, 5-0 in conference, 7-0 overall. Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben, their second straight loss. They are 3-2 and 5-2. Elsewhere, checking out the shoebox scoreboard. What do we have? We have
Belmont
in overtime, I saw. Belmont wins in overtime over DeSoto, 36-28. How about that? Another great game on the Queen Bee family of stations and YouTube channels tonight.
Well, then you got Potosi. It was in the fourth quarter. They were ahead of New Glarus, 36-21.
Lancaster 41, Broadhead Judah 18 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth was the last report on that one. Everybody's being stingy with their scores now because those are all about 20 minutes old.
Well, then Platteville was trailing River Valley with 9 minutes to go in the game, 28-13.
All right. Lancaster, it's a final there. They beat Broadhead Judah 56-18. So, that'll put a bow on our broadcast. Well, one more. Prairie du Chien, a final over New Glarus, 36-28. We've got Belleville over Benton, Scales Mound, Shullsburg, 27-6.
The Knights came through a little better in that game. Better than I was anticipating.
Thanks to correspondent Nick Dressler for that one. appreciate it, man. And with that, we'll put a bow on our broadcast. Your final, once again, from Wauzeka. It's second-ranked Potosi-Cassville defeating 9th-ranked Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben 33-27.
One other thing before the bowl gets tied.
Yeah?
People are wondering, well, when does Potosi and Cassville play Blackhawk Warren?
2 weeks.
The last game of the season, regular season,
Yep.
which is only fitting with those two teams.
Yep, we'll have coverage for you too coming up, and we'll announce our coverage for next week following a reshuffling of this week's results and commitments, and have a great lineup for you coming up next Friday night as well. On the Queen Bee Radio Sports family of stations, by the way, tomorrow Badgers football at Michigan. That's 9 o'clock for the pregame, 11 o'clock kickoff, 97.7 Country WGLR. For the first time ever in the postseries, the postseason, the Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. It's a 1:08 first pitch from American Family Field in the 12:30 pregame on AM 1590 WPVL. Packers bye this week, and yeah, now we're ready to put a bow on it. Thanks to Austin Bunders and his staff for their hospitality and warmth here at Wauzeka. We appreciate it very much. Thanks to Wyatt Mulligan for taking care of our camera work tonight, because despite everything else we were doing, if we added one more thing, it would have been a recipe for disaster. So
You think?
for Wyatt and Wally Troughton, my name is RJ Osterhaus. Again, Potosi-Cassville defeats Seneca-Wauzeka-Steuben in Six Rivers football 33-27. A pleasant good evening from Wauzeka. The preceding a sports presentation. It's Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school sports from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, and powered on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and the Laley Center, Monroe.